As the exhibition title suggests, these figurative paintings indeed picture the physical passage of relocation, but also offer unavoidable psychological journey that accompanies forced migration. While the bold and vibrant Jupo's color offers some lightness to the grave subject, the sliver that constitute eyes in Yegizaw's painting hint at profanity and beg to be read, to be understood, beg for closer inspection and contemplation. Partly this effect is generated because of their marked departure from expectation. The faces have some features common to a selection of the many people of the Horn of Africa. This would include large, almond-shaped eyes. We are instead faced with slivers. Recognizing this change leads to an impulse to unravel the hidden story, to be present for when those eyes open up. Some of the aforementioned faces are found in Waiting, which seem to be a painting of photograph faces, portraits of people separated from family member whose physicality have been replaced by technological tools. Faces are visible through the photograph, and voices through the phone. Waiting is a somber reminder of what has been left behind, but is still an integral part of the present. The photograph portrait source is made more apparent when looking at So Far, So Near, where the faces appear but without the linear clarity offered in Waiting. Instead, the images blend in to the background and become a distant memory that can never disappear, ever present in the memory of memories, where the line between what is actually remembered and what is imagined become blurred. Some of the gruesome aspects of the migration path are made visible in several of Yegizaw's paintings with reoccurring iconograph. The steps visible in Ladder of Hope appear in Crossing the River too, as traces of the path made by the passenger who've crossed by boat or by swimming. Hints of white and red beneath the blue surface of the sea serve as an uneasy reminder that arrival at the shore on the other end is not a guarantee. This fatal consequence of migration is more explicit in Left Behind, where the bodies, uncovered by the depths of sea, lay horizontally across the foreground. Exodus speaks to the nature of human migration. The title evokes the biblical passage as much as it does the legendary song by Bob Marley. It is a movement of Jah's people, to quote the lyric, a movement that is not unique to creed or color, but is universal in nature. As human beings, we have a visceral need to place ourselves and our families in safety and peace. The painting is dominated by unaccountable shades of green. In the foreground, which takes up the larger part of the canvas, the greens vary the most and are surrounded by specific man-made shapes, letters, and symbols. The peacefully resting central female figure, reminiscent of Constantine Brancusi's Sleeping Muse, is unaffected by the cascading brown path that might also be her hair. The brown serves as a border between the here and there, a separation that can often be as vague as that one forced to make a drastic decision. Beyond the brown border, the green hues decrease in number, the signs all but disappear. It becomes a place of unknown, where the only known element is that it is a place to be reached, a place far away from here. If Exodus, where the resting female is the only distinguishable face, speaks to the universality of migration, Journey, which seems to be pendant piece, personalizes the experience by including more recognizable figures and complicates the binary notion of location with varying colors that signify place. A personal favorite is Moment, a 48-inch square acrylic on canvas of solitude, reflection, and exploration. The dominating sky blue background lends an aerial, almost floating perspective, while a sharp vertical line on the extreme left places the centrally placed single figure at the end of a menacing cliff. The figure is crouched on top of a multicolored trapezoidal base, filled with signs and symbols, all of which extend to the figure's clothing, but is markedly monochromatic manner. It forefronts that there is a connection between the land and the person, but the latter is not anchored by the former. In some ways, it marries the universal and the unique found in Exodus and Journey. In its stillness expresses tremendous vibration generated by external forces. What makes this image so appealing is that it makes the viewer aware of elements of danger, yet insists on the figure's right to contemplate before proceeding, a right denied to so many uprooted people whose path this exhibit explores.